Female prison tattoos, expressions of resistance or vulnerability. Have you ever wondered what drives a woman to mark her skin behind bars? Is it an act of sheer rebellion, a means of protection in a hostile environment, or perhaps a display of strength amid chaos? The truth is, female prison tattoos carry deep and complex meanings, often unknown to those on the outside. What may seem like just a design on the skin can actually tell a story of resistance or expose a hidden vulnerability. And, as in so many other areas of life, these tattoos raise an important question. How much of what we see is truly what's happening? In an environment where survival dictates the rules, every mark on a female inmate's body can be an invisible shield, a way to communicate strength, belonging, or even to signal strategic alliances. However, on the other hand, these very same marks can reveal weaknesses, a silent cry for help, or a reflection of the unbearable pressures that life behind bars imposes. The most curious thing is that these tattoos not only shape how others perceive these women, but also influence how they see themselves, turning their identity into a battlefield. As we delve into this world, it's impossible not to wonder, are these female prison tattoos a shield or a double-edged sword? Are we looking at a symbol of power or an emotional trap? Let's unravel these layers together and understand what's truly behind these marks on the skin. After all, in a world where the line between strength and weakness is so thin, every detail can make all the difference. The meaning of prison tattoos. Have you ever wondered what lies behind the tattoos we see on inmates? Behind each line etched into the skin, there's a story, a code, a curiosity that few people know about. For example, the skull and crossbones isn't just a macabre drawing. It reveals a connection with death squads, a mark that carries weight and power within the prison world. It's almost like a secret language, where each symbol communicates something specific about the person who bears it, something that, without the right context, would go unnoticed by many. Another intriguing example is the tattoo, "Only the Plane Knows," which may seem harmless to the untrained eye, but for those familiar with the streets, it's a visual confession of involvement in drug trafficking. It's almost as if the tattoos were a silent contract signature, something that only those in the criminal underworld can accurately decipher. And the most curious thing is that these tattoos aren't chosen at random. They carry a history, a past that the person bears with them, engraved on their own skin. And then there's the question, what drives a person to permanently mark their body with such symbols loaded with meaning? Perhaps it's a way of belonging, of identifying with something bigger, or maybe a way to command respect and fear. But what's certain is that these tattoos aren't just drawings. They are powerful statements that speak louder than words. And so, we move on to the next mystery that the marked skin of inmates hides. Specific meanings. Within the prison world, each tattoo carries a weight that goes beyond aesthetics, revealing secrets and specific functions that only the initiated understand. For example, the barbed wire is a mark that leaves no doubt. The person who wears it is, or was an escapee. It's almost as if the tattoo were confessing an act of rebellion, a desperate escape that, ironically, ends up becoming public and eternal on the skin of the person who bears it. This curiosity makes us reflect on the paradox of an escape that becomes impossible to forget. The tattoo snitch, used inside prisons, is like a seal of betrayal. Bearing this mark is almost like carrying a double sentence. Besides physical confinement, the individual finds themselves in brutal social isolation. Other inmates view the snitch with disdain, a mark that denounces someone who broke the code of silence, a true taboo in prisons. This curiosity about how honor codes manifest on the skin shows how much life in crime has its own strict rules. And then there's the koi fish, an apparently harmless symbol, but one that can indicate hierarchy within the drug trade. The choice of a koi fish as an emblem may seem curious at first, but within the logic of the underworld, everything makes sense. The koi fish is known for swimming against the current, just like those who defy the established system. These symbols, seemingly disconnected from everyday life, reveal a parallel world where the rules are different, and where marked skin tells stories that aren't always spoken out loud. Recommendations. When it comes to tattoos, many people think only of aesthetics or personal expression. But when the subject is prison tattoos, the conversation takes on a different tone. These marks, often made in precarious conditions and with obscure meanings, can carry consequences far beyond appearance. It's crucial to understand that in the prison context, each design has a specific weight, a history shrouded in danger. Ignoring this can lead to serious misunderstandings or even put the person in delicate situations. Imagine someone unknowingly choosing a symbol with criminal connotations. The consequences could be devastating. This warning becomes even more pertinent when considering how common it is to find people who, out of mere curiosity or misinformation, end up adopting these symbols. However, these tattoos aren't mere harmless drawings. They are codes, silent messages that communicate alliances, betrayals, or intentions within a particular universe. What may seem like a simple curiosity about prison life to many, for those who know the meanings behind these tattoos, is a constant reminder of the risks they carry. Therefore, the recommendation couldn't be clearer. Before marking your skin with any symbol, it's essential to fully understand what it represents. Avoiding future regrets is a matter of precaution and respect for the story you want to tell. After all, a tattoo is something permanent, and choosing a symbol without understanding its implications can be a mistake that's hard to correct. So, when in doubt, it's better to explore other curiosities, other forms of expression that don't carry the weight of a past that may not even belong to you. After all we've explored about female prison tattoos, one thing is clear. These marks on the skin carry much more than just ink. They are living stories, laden with meanings that can change the lives of those who bear them. And you, have you ever thought about how these tattoos reflect the internal and external battles these women face daily? More than just curiosities, these marks are reflections of a world where survival and identity intertwine in ways that few of us can truly understand. Now, what will you do with all this knowledge? Will you just keep this information to yourself? Or will you use it to look at the world with a bit more empathy and curiosity? The challenge is out there. Apply what you've learned and start questioning the stories behind the marks you see. Because, at the end of the day, every tattoo has something to teach, and perhaps this is the beginning of a new way of seeing life. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss out on any of these fascinating stories and can continue expanding your knowledge on such intriguing topics. After all, curiosity is what drives us, isn't it?